Now let us discuss deduction under section 10AA. Those who started manufacturing business or service oriented business in special economic zone, and they should start their business in between previous year 56 to previous year 1920, then only they are eligible for deduction under section 10AA. Deduction under section 10AA is not available if SSE is paying taxes under section 115 series. Okay, 115 BAB, BAA, BAC, BAD, BAE. Okay, under 115 series, if SSE is paying taxes, then deduction under section 10AA is not available. Next, whatever the amount of deduction under section 10AA is there, SSE should claim deduction correctly and he should obtain certificate from the chartered accountant. Deduction calculated under section 10AA is corrected. Such certificate should be furnished before tax audit due date. What is tax audit due date? 1 month prior to due date for filing ITR. So on or before 30th September of assessment year, like chartered accountant should give certificate calculation of deduction under section 10AA is correct. Is it clear? Next. Deduction under section 10AA is allowed only if ITR is filed within the due date. If you file belated ITR, you cannot claim deduction under section 10AA. Sir, how much deduction is allowed? For the first 5 years, 100% of export profits are allowed as deduction. Sir, what do you mean by export profits? Let's say export turnover is 160 lakhs. Domestic turnover is 40 lakhs. Total profits are 30 lakhs. 30 lakhs is not allowed as deduction under section 10AA. Out of 30 lakhs, proportion of export turnover. How much is export turnover? 160 lakhs divided by 200 lakhs. How much? 24 lakhs is allowed as deduction under section 10AA. That means what? Export profits. Export profit is equal to export profit is equal to total profit into export turnover divided by total turnover. How much is total profit? Total profit is 30 lakhs. How much is export turnover? 160 lakhs divided by 200 lakhs. 24 lakhs is allowed as deduction under section 10AA. So formula for export profit is equal to total profit into export profit divided by total profit into export turnover divided by total turnover. Correct? Well and good. For the first 5 years, 100% of export profits are allowed as deduction. For next 5 years, that means 6 to 10 years, 50% of export profits are allowed as deduction under section 10AA. For next 5 years, 11 to 15 years, amount credited to cess reinvestment allowance reserve account or 50% of export profits, whichever is lower, is eligible for deduction under section 10AA. Up to 5 years, you have clarity, right? 100% of export profits are allowed as deduction. 6 to 10 years, 50% of export profits. 11 to 15 years, 50% of export profits are amount deposited in cess reinvestment allowance reserve. Sir, what is this cess reinvestment allowance reserve? Whatever the amount deposited in cess reinvestment allowance reserve account is there, such amount should be utilized for purchase of new plant and machinery within 3 years from the end of the previous year in which reserve is created. Are you able to understand? So, if it is misutilized, that means what? Whatever the amount deposited in cess reinvestment reserve is there, it was used for purchase of furniture. That means it is misutilized, right? If it is misutilized, whatever the deduction allowed under section 10AA earlier is there, that will be reversed and it is taxable separately. Now, amount deposited in cess reinvestment allowance reserve, it should be utilized within a period of 3 years, right? it was not utilized. Even after 3 years also unutilized amount is there. Whatever the unutilized amount after 3 years is there, it is taxable after expiry of 3 years time limit. Is it clear? So export profit is equal to total profit into export turnover divided by total turnover. See, when you are exporting goods, there will be transportation charges and insurance charges. Whatever the transportation charges, insurance charges, telecommunication expenses that are received from buyer is there, those are to be excluded. Are you able to understand? Those are to be excluded in calculation of export turnover and total turnover. For example, I sold 1 crore worth of goods to a buyer in Australia. I need to transport those goods, right? Transportation, insurance, telecommunication, all these expenses together, it costed 1 crore 5 lakhs. Buyer paid me 1 crore 5 lakhs. Out of 1 crore 5 lakhs, 1 crore is only considered as export turnover. Whatever the expenses amount received for insurance, transportation and telecommunication is there, that should not be added to export turnover, that should not be added to total turnover. Is it clear? Whenever you are into service oriented business and you are delivering services outside India, whatever the expenses that you have paid to provide your services outside India are there, those expenses are also to be not considered in calculation of export turnover and total turnover. Is it clear? This is all about deduction under section 10AA. I hope you got enough clarity. Thank you.